First, oh, is it oh, we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer, man, is that I help you to become, let's just say, Christ like, Buddha like, Krishna like. And what you see in all of these people that I just mentioned, or the person I just mentioned, or the people I just mentioned, rather, forgive a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Is that all three of these people have attained their highest level of understanding about who they are. And as a result, now what they do, just like Moses and anyone else, who kind of went up the mountain, you know, meaning, you went through life journey, the obstacle, you went through that. And as you made it to the top, now, you got to see God and the top, the highest level of understanding. And that's what we're talking about here. And then now here we are turning around and coming down the mountain and telling you what we've seen, what we have witnessed, our experiences. And that's what the whole Bible is pretty much all about. Not just the whole Bible, but but the main idea of those gurus, and that's what they represent. That's what they mean to us. It's letting you know that, hey, listen, man, there is another way. It's letting you know if they're telling you to get out of the matrix, what you think this is, that's not what it is. But the idea of doing that is to give you a deeper sense of understanding about what this reality is. Oh, you fuck with me for a second. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm sipping on my tea. You know what I'm saying? As I'm spilling the tea for you, get your tea. What we do here, man. Listen, man. Each one teach one. Okay. We're serving the community here, man. We're breaking bread, and I love that. That's just my contribution. Then I go about my, and then I go about my day. You feel me? But but essentially, that's truly what this is all about, man. It's love. It's one helping each other. I mean, helping another, and that has always been the work. And if you're looking at it from even from the ancient time, if you're talking about, whomever you choose to talk about, right? Who somehow have attained that level of understanding or who had faith in God, and then now who's turning around now to let you guys know, hey, listen, man. And the one thing you also saw with all of these people is that they had a personal connection with God. I want you to keep that in mind. They had a personal relationship with God. Call it Moses, whomever. That's important. But anyway, hey, what do I know? Welcome, motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Now, hmm 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 hold on, hold on. If you do your little smoke, what I'm saying? We ain't judging on this side. You know what I'm saying? I got this right here. Okay, let's get ready for you guys. Now let's get right into it. So I just told you a little bit about what I do. Now, how do I go about doing that? Well, I'll go about doing that pretty much by helping you or holding that mirror of wisdom for you to become what I called in perfect alignment. And what that means is the idea of mind, body, and soul. Whenever you hear that right there, it's expressing how they all come together. That's the main point here. That's what this is telling you. So how do they come together? Now this is where my work gets really complicated. Nah. I'm just talking shit, man. So now, how do they come together? The truth is, those different part of you really come together by you acknowledging them and making them part of you. And that acknowledgement is not just, okay, you there, but it's you being part of it, you really embracing who you are. So, meaning you would have to understand it's to pretty much for you to attain that highest level of understanding, you would have to become in alignment with yourself. And that simply means you would have to be mentally and emotionally balanced. And by mentally too, you could insert, let's just say you want to talk about psychological and all that shit. I'll just group all that shit in once, okay? So mentally and emotionally balanced. That's truly what it comes down to. And why is that? Well, your emotions has an impact on how you see things, believe it or not. Well, I don't think there's a matter for anybody to believe that. I think that part of it, it's mostly seen by everybody. It's mostly understood. You know, a lot of people are always like, "Oh yeah, we see that because we've witnessed people who are not emotionally balanced. Either they say too much, they do too much, whatever the situation is, but they become out of balance due to their emotions, right? And then as a result of that, then you have what we have now in our community or in our society, where motherfuckers like, man, fuck your emotion, dog. This shit's holding you down. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, a lot of people be saying that shit. But here's the thing. I hope you don't fall for that trap, man, because, in fact, let me say this, and I always say that too. In fact, to ignore or to suppress your emotion is the very, very, very foundation for toxicity. When you neglect your emotions, you're not acknowledging it, meaning your emotions, your pain, there are messages. You see what I'm saying? And this is where, too, me being a spiritual healer, all we're doing pretty much is helping you to see things, it's helping you to see the reality from a deeper perspective. It's not creating something that is out of this world. It's simply giving you a deeper understanding of what's in front of you. That's what Jesus did. That's what all of us, any one of us, or, ascended masters, or anyone who had a message telling you to free yourself or whatever the fuck the shit is, this is what they're telling you. This is an illusion. They're telling you the world that you're living in is an illusion. And in fact, that statement actually comes from the Indians. I mean, I can't recall if it's Krishna, whatever the fuck. You get the point. And I'm not saying this in a way of, Indians and shit. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, I said, all right, niggas, if that sounds better. Whatever the fuck. But anyway, so these niggas, they told us, and which is, by the way, I couldn't find any other way to describe this. I mean, I think like describing this world as an illusion is the best way to describe it. But now you have to understand what it means, what illusion means. This is where I found, I realized a lot of people kind of like go in different routes because they don't truly understand. People would say illusion is fake. No, 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 no. Illusion and fake are not the same thing. When you say anything that is fake, like a lot of you guys using the Matrix to say this is a fake world, it's not real. No, no, no. Slow it down. When you say this is fake, you are in some capacity insinuating there is a positive, there's an original somewhere. I mean, it would be fake. Fake of what? Like, if it's fake, like, what is it fake? I mean, like, what is it mimicking? What makes it fake? That I don't know. So to me, that's why I don't, subscribe to that definition. But if we're talking about illusion, now you're talking some shit. You're onto something. And what illusion means is that what you see it. That is true. But it's not all that it is. There is more to it. In fact, there is a lot more to it. And guess what, my niggas? This is your reality. What you see, if you're looking at me from an aesthetic or physical perspective, yes, it is me. But to get to know me, you have to go past what I look like. like I would have to do for your motherfucking ass too. To know somebody or to is to find them. Meaning to find you, I go behind you. What the fuck you look like ain't got you, bitch. You know, because this got me thinking about. I think Dave Chappelle has this skit where he said, "Got you, bitch." You know what I'm saying? That's how you know somebody. Got you, bitch. You were hiding. Got you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that got you, bitch, really means now we go beyond what you look like. Yeah, I know what you look like. Uh huh. But you a motherfucking thief, nigga. But this is where I would have to go beyond what you look like. You know what I'm saying? And the metrics also, he talked about the lady in the red dress. So, ladies, chill, all right? Relax. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't going at y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, okay? Relax. So, women, for the most part, in the occult, is used as an illusion too when we're expressing illusion. And this is the reason why. This is not because of women, the way we are us men too. You got to know us to get to know us, all right? But now here's the difference, though. There's a huge difference. You know, with the women, the appearances, the tits. A lot of us, we fall for just the appearance in itself. Oh, I'm guilty of that. You know, man. You know what I'm saying? But we don't fall for the okie doke, though. I mean, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But when you know better, you do better. But anyway, so this is why, in so many words, you know what I'm saying? Tits, oh my God, she's beautiful. You want to be with her, but you're not even thinking about, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, what are you going to do with her? You want her to be your wife? Okay, well, is she a wifey? Or is she wife material? Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? All of that is just saying that you have to look past her fat ass, man, her cute face. Hey, ow. Hey, lady, I love y'all. You all right? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't let, oh, man, you know, random side notes, and we do that a lot too here. Okay. If this is your first time here, just know, man, you're going to be here for a good ass time. We're having a conversation. And of course, we are sharing our wisdom. Of course. I mean, listen, that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have to be too, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be my way, niggas. And my way, shit, my way. You feel me? This is what you're experiencing right now. Mm, and obviously, we do not judge. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, because a lot of the people that who was talking about God and the reverence of God. Oh my God, and they do what they do. We ain't judging nobody. Yeah. But I bet you they're quick to judge me though. It's all good. Saying we muscle up for them. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. And this is what I love about what I do. If somehow I would ask you to follow me, it would be the channel, nigga. If I somehow slip and fall, bump on my motherfucking head, and ask you to follow me, keep in mind, nigga, it's just this motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't follow me in nothing, bitch. Anyway, nor do I give a fuck you following me in anything anyway. So I'm saying all of that to say, all of that what you're seeing here is for you to get the message. Do you see what I'm saying? Nothing, there's no extras needed. It's either you fuck with this or you don't. And what you're gonna be fucking with is gonna be the information itself. Now, let's proceed. I guess that was a disclaimer too, at the same time. But now let's get right into it, man. Okay, so now I gave you a little bit about the way I go about doing this in terms of helping you to attain your highest level of understanding and consciousness. mainly consciousness, right? And this is what I want you guys to understand before I even get into the conversation that I'm going to be talking about here, right? So, we all know, okay, dumb idiots don't know that they are idiots. What I'm trying to say by this is that they are alive, they are breathing, like within this life, there is a higher, there's layered level of consciousness. Now, when people are referring to the Christ consciousness, and I want you to understand that, right? So this is referring to within this life, within the consciousness that you already have, meaning you're already born, you know what I'm saying? You're walking around. This is how we all learn, putting things in our mouth. Now your mom is watching you. Hey, don't put this in your mouth. Obviously, you don't know, but that's your learning process. Stay with me for a second, right? So we all go through that. And then now, based on your experiences, this is good, this is bad. We're looking at the outcome of certain experiences, and then we're determining how the good this is, how bad this is. This is your. For some of you, it could be your normal self as of now, but that used to be my old self, and this is what it is for everybody. And to be born again, this is what Jesus was referring to as well, because it's just that now, then now, for you to be born again, then it's to actually start looking at things from a different perspective. So now, from a perspective, so from an A perspective, you're technically looking at, this is good, this is bad, based on how you feel, based on the results, but this is physical, this is how you're looking at reality, right? But now, when you want to be, if you're looking to sit among the elders now, this is where spirituality comes in. Because what we're talking about when we're talking about spirit, not just, oh, okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Hold on. Hold on. Let me add a little more tea. Okay. We ain't hurting nobody. We're just drinking some tea, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got the tea that's spilling. You know what I'm saying? Other people got the tea. You know. Hey. Okay. Back at it. All right. Oh my God. Why did I choose to drink tea at this time? I don't even fucking know what time is it. I'm on it. But you know what? Because I didn't drink tea this morning. And I woke up pretty late, but I gotta have my tea, man. And by the way, so you guys know, I was talking some shit, right? So I had a little bit of pineapple in there, cloves. What else I got in there, man? You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of onion in there, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of it all, when it's boiled and all that shit, I had a little bit of that vodka in there. And go about your business. Let's get to it. The fuck was I talking about? Okay, yeah. So I'm going somewhere with that, right? So now for you to understand, even me using the whole Bible analogy in terms of you being born again, I'm trying to let you know what it means, right? Or it, to be fair, my interpretation of it. That's fine. I'll fucking take that because it's coming out of my mouth, right? So it's my way of saying it, you know. And hopefully, not necessarily get to see it my way, but you get to see it your way. All right, all right. So, and then now, as you grow a little bit older, now you want to sit among the elders. You're hearing their conversation. And by the way, that was my thing, man. Just to give you a little bit of, I mean, shit, listen, I got tons of videos for you guys, man, all right? Just so you know that me, right now, it's story time, bullshit time, and also conversation time. Niggas, relax. I got you. All right, there's tons of videos. If you liking this so far, there's other things you could check out where, I'm more serious and shit. But nowadays, man, I don't know, man. I've been celebrating every day, baby. Cheers. My spirit's been leading me to celebrate, and I've been celebrating every day, my nigga. But anyway, man, something about this month though, huh? Mind your business. But anyway, all right, let's be serious here for a minute. 20 minutes in, let's be serious. All right, I'm not gonna waste your time. All right. But so far, if you're liking this so far, man, hey, this is what we do. This is for you. All right. So being born again, obviously, like the Christ said, you're not gonna go back into your mother's womb, right? So what is it that you're doing? It's acknowledging another aspect of yourself. So I wanted to connect that to, the illusion part, the more of you. And the minute you got to realize that more of you, oh man, your whole life's gonna change. Because you will no longer look at things the same. When you understand that, really understand that you are spirit, not just people are saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you know what I'm saying? I'm a god, I'm a goddess, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to say it, which is beautiful too. But to know it, oh my God. And let me say this, and then maybe I went a little too far by saying the God stuff, okay? Especially if you know I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but let's just say, there's more to you than what you look like. Then, if you want to say, then now you understand you are the son of the living God, by realizing, the spirit in you. The reason why we all need more than just like I personally summarize that as dick and pussy, right? Meaning, the just the physical things. Way to say it, right? You a super freak, super freak. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, sir. But anyway, she, um, so yeah. So again, so far, if you're following the underline of everything that I'm saying and trying to say to you, is that your humanity is spiritual. The part that we need to go beyond what we know is the mystery. None of you could tell me exactly who you are. Yes, you know your name and all that. And then to know who you are too, you're going to meet opposition. There's opposition that's going to add to who you are. This is why I know sometimes, you'll probably hear some, people who are saying you know what I'm saying, like they're going through a spiritual crisis. I mean, I went through it myself, right? And, what's the best way to understand it? You know, um, yeah, man, there's just no crisis, man. It's just, it's an expansion of your identity and who you are, man. It's not what you look like. So there's a difference. And then sometimes you hear people too who's trying to stop to outgrow who they are. Because who you are is constant progress, man. You're always getting better if you allow yourself to get better. So how the fuck would you say this is who I am, you're not doing this? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, yes, to a certain level when you really know who you are, but the point of what I'm trying to say is, I mean, who you are, it's not just one thing. It's just a combination of things that makes you who you are. And there are things about you, I guess the true point that I'm making here, that you may not know about who you are until you start to experience certain things that's going to reveal who you are. This is why knowing the truth about you is going to set you free. This is why we're having this conversation here. As you can see in the title here, we're talking about you need to become a trafficker of information. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. But then again, those are the foundation that is being laid here. And I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep you updated. Updated, that's all. So I'm just making sure I'm not losing. I want you to get the message within the message. That's all we're saying. Yo, is it me or Tommy's just flying today, man? Oh yeah, I did have to. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I had to handle a couple of things, and then I'm thinking it was still early, but it's not. But anyway, it's all good. So let me wrap up real quick because I want to touch on spirituality real fast because a lot of that is it's all connected. And again, I would rather spend my time in just that foundation in itself because what would that do for you is giving you a different perception. And once that perception is changed, oh man, you got it. You're just gonna fill up you you got it. In other words, I'm trying to get you to realize or to see it's not how much you see, but it's how you're looking at it. So the minute I get you to just look at it just a little bit different, nigga, you in the game. You in the game. Because this is what this whole thing is all about. This is where the knowledge comes in. Your perception matters a lot. In fact, huh, it's your life. This is why you must become a trafficker of information. I got to say it the way the Frenchman said it. Becoming a trafficker of information. Your business is to know. Because when you're looking at the experience like this life, everything we do, we're always learning, bro. That's why they call it Earth School. Everything, or somebody has a project, they teach you how to make money, how to become a millionaire, like all of that. It's something that they had to do, they learn. So this whole life, man, is information. That's what, and this is why the Kabbalion, by the way, and which I strongly always recommend to you guys, you know, this book, man, whoever these motherfuckers, you see what I'm saying? Because what they did in that book, and what I'm also get to understand, and when I talk about spirituality in just a little bit now, I mean, in just a little bit, oh shit, fuck it. As I'm talking about it now, I guess, it's like, it's your life. It's you. This is where now having that deeper understanding comes in. This is where now having that Christ consciousness is helping you now to bypass the illusion or to help you to see beyond the veil. But for you to do that, you must know. Precisely knowing who you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Think about this too, right? So you have all of these scientists. What are those scientists are doing in this reality? Hmm? Why do you have scientists, motherfuckers? My niggas. What are they exploring? What are they learning? Do you see what I'm saying? What is this life? And then they're coming out with products. You could do this, you could do that. The experiment, we're talking about physics. All of this shit is in your reality, in our immediate reality. And it's just showing you that what you think this is, there's a lot more to it. That's why these motherfuckers are using your tax money. exploring, you know, nature, humanity, because it's more than what you see. Even yourself, man. Even yourself. Look at your life. Look at yourself. Information plays a vital part in our lives. That's why when you fully get to understand that, my niggas, then you understand your mind is the best thing that you have. Not just that, you better guard this mother. Man, nigga, listen. You must become a trafficker of information. Is there anything that I'm saying here that needs, I don't know, for you to believe in something? No, nigga. And this is what spirituality is. It's trying to define our existence. And you can't ignore spirituality because, all of our lives are based on what we know. Do you see what I'm saying here? Can you see why this is a mental institution? The only sanity is for you to become fully conscious. You don't repeat the dumb shit and expecting something new. That's what these niggas are telling you. Oh, I get the message. I understand what they're saying. Do you? This is where now the Christ consciousness is required for you to bridge that gap between what you don't know and then to get to know or to attain that level that now, once you attain that, that will forever change your life, my nigga. Your life right here, right now. Your God is better than the other God. Congratulations, nigga. I hope your dick grow a few inches longer. If not, well, it's not always about that, right? Then I hope whatever the fuck you want happens for you. Do you see what I'm saying? Tomatoes, tomatoes. That has nothing to do with nothing. And regardless of who you believe in, too, guess what? That's gonna be a reflection of what whoever that God is into your life. And we know it so much. We know it too. So much so, even if you don't know it to a conscious level, but isn't that the reason why when we're talking about certain pastors, oh, they claim they're with God and then they doing that? They doing this? Because you are expecting them to reflect, to become what they're talking about. It's fair. You're not doing anything wrong, baby. But here's the thing though. The way religion has become, there's no transformation. I mean, let's be honest, man. There's no transformation. When they say you making a choice, you just make a choice. You know what I'm saying? And most people make that choice. They heard the story of having two choices. If you go to hell, you could go to hell. You could go be crispy. You could be hot. This guy, man. Oh man, I was laughing so hard. This nigga come up with a whole thing that his grandmother told him, you know what I'm saying, to let you know, to get you to either hell or heaven. And guess what all of his analogy were? They were all fucking human experiences now that we are. Man, like sometimes this shit is so clear to me. Just give me a second. The bullshit too, though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's so clear, but not a lot of people can see it. But that's what we do, even in the way we express ourselves and everything that we do. We reveal who we are. However, this is why you need to become conscious of it. So, in other words, I'm also telling you to the so-called spiritual person is the person that get to acknowledge or to realize or to wake up to these things in them. And that's important for you to understand. Oh, that's very much important for you to understand. Because, oh man, I have I got something else coming up for you guys where I'm going to be talking about your divine inheritance. Oh, you're going to love this one. Because you know, hey, I love this month though. I'll tell you this much. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on with this month. I love it. But anyway, right? So if you understand so far, it's almost like a no-brainer for you to become a trafficker of information. But the no-brainer part of it requires a state of consciousness, a mindfulness. This is why I tell niggas, man, like I never understand that shit. Do you want to sound smart or do you want to be smart? Those are two different worlds. The motherfucker want to sound smart, and of course they want to sound smart. Then they're gonna use all the terminology that is necessary for you to hear or to be said to reflect how much they know, how knowledgeable they are. But if you want to be smart, that's different though. When you're being smart, the way you sound doesn't matter, bro. Because being smart is you being smart. It's not you sounding smart. Now, of course, you're going to sound smart because being smart, you're going to sound smart, but not sounding smart just to sound smart. And what I'm trying to say by this, if this is too wordy, you know the difference between the motherfucker who knows what they talking about and it doesn't require a lot of fancy words for you to put this, that to make a point. That's what I'm trying to say. And by the way, for you motherfuckers to know too, this is how you spot who's who. This is how you understand who's who. But if somehow how they're saying what they're saying, and again, I have nothing against that. But what I'm trying to say is being smart is different, baby. And the more you being smart, you're gonna know you don't want us not sounds. I mean, you can't help it. Like, cause I know for me, and truly being smart too. You know what that shit is. You have the ability to take dumb shit and transform that shit into a knowledgeable experience. But anyway, I think I'm telling too much of myself. I think that's what I'm doing right now. But nevertheless, the bottom line is this. When you're experiencing certain things, the experience doesn't like, come on, man. You can't you're not gonna worry about other people. And being smart too is part of you not yeah, man, listen, man. But anyway, so that's what I always tell people. Do you want to sound smart or do you want to be smart? Those are two different worlds. You see what I'm saying? So, again, becoming a trafficker of information. Your life is based on information. What information you have. You would probably made better choices had you been you were raised. We say it all the time. right? Oh, such and such don't know that. This is where they actually came from. They don't know any better. We're saying it. So if you don't know any better, and if it requires for you to know better, for you to do better, huh? What are we doing? You want to sound smart or you want to be smart? It's always fascinating to me. And this is when I realized too, like I'm just stupid. It's either I'm stupid or I'm just totally different. You never hear like I hear niggas talk about, yeah, I read about 1,000 books, and you know what I'm saying? Like they always do that kind of conversation. Now, I don't even know how many books I read. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do read a lot though. That I will tell you. But I also understand it's not even about reading neither. Why? Because the word must be made flesh. And regardless of whatever book that you're reading, it requires you to be on that level for you to understand it anyway. Why do you think you have teachers? That's what your teacher's doing. If you go from, I don't know, shit. Well, I have my master's. I had a teacher. Well, guess what? It's a book I know how to read. And by the way, I'm saying that to say too, this is another reason why it doesn't have to be me, but you need somebody to help you. We all need it. But the help is not to follow this motherfucker. And the true one too will let you know that too. But it's for you to awaken that which isn't in you. You understand what I'm saying? However, the universe has a funny way of doing this work too. Because I was gonna say remember, but in the Kabbalion, these motherfuckers, let me tell you what they did in the Kabbalion. These niggas, the book is said to be written by three initiates. I don't know who the fuck those are, but three, Trinity, whatever the fuck, right? I could, give my own opinion on it. It's not necessary. But these niggas, whoever the fuck these motherfuckers are, they open up the conversation in the book just by telling you when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Oh, I lost my mind. But to be honest too, I love that kind of shit. Oh, I love it, man. Listen, like when we're talking about the power of words, those quotes, I I love that shit, bro. That shit does something to my heart. It gives me a hard on. Literally, like my dick get hard, bro. What did he say? Steve, shut No way. You know what I'm saying? What? Mm. So I'm, yeah. And by the way, check out my other channel. To give is to receive. Where I had already addressed that one. Just that in itself. Because what I was truly saying is, and there's so many different laws that are implicated in just that one statement. But are also showing you too the motion as you're ready. There's an unseen motion that's already taking place. So, and this is why I tell people too, man. Oh man, y'all got me talking today. Listen, man. It is the small step that matters. It's crazy, how I evolved and then to be the person that I am. And then in the midst of it, I know the work, but at the same time, you're like, how did I get there? Right? Because, it's almost like I mean, the how did you get there? Well, it's when that transformation is taking place. Ro- Romeo must die, niggas. I'll let that resonate with you, depending on where you are, and you feel free to fill up the blank. But Romeo must die for your transformation to take place. Do you see what I'm saying? And then, oh man, it's just now going back to that higher state, that Christ consciousness I was talking about. The Indian call it Krishna. They have different name, and then the fucking monks call it Buddha, which is to wake up. You know, that little window when you get to wake up and then to see things in a whole different perspective. You know, and then you'll never go back to who you used to be. But none of this will take place or will be taking place until you, my dear friend, become a trafficker of information. Let me say, no, no, I said it wrong. Until you become a trafficker of information. Good French. Give me a pussy, bitch. Oh, you love it. You love my accent. Anyway, man, guys, listen, man. Oh man, listen, man. You do the work, do your best, forget about the rest, man. And I think oh man, it's incredible. It's incredible, man. It's incredible, incredible. But anyway, so much I would love to share, but in due time. Don't worry, I got you. But anyway, going back to it, you have to become a trafficker of information because at this point, information is who we are. You want to make $1 million? You want to make $1 billion? Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You hear this niggas like, how does niggas say that shit? How come? Okay, no, 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 no. There's a certain way he said it. Why are you not, the owner of this property? Why are you not this? Why are you this? Hey, all of that is information, my niggas. But now becoming the informational traffic, becoming a trafficker of information. Listen, at this point, because information can either build you or destroy you. In fact, let me say it this way, and I'm gonna have a short on that too. But since we're already in here 47 minutes, let me just say this. I'm gonna have a short, different. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it for the short. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Hmm. Just so you wouldn't take away from this, you know what I'm saying? Um, but then again, man, that goes to show you like information, my dude, my guy, what you know, what you don't know, plays a big part on how you live in your life. When you have guys like, oh, and I was listening to him the other day. This white, I love this white, this nigga, he put the work in, man. I was listening. He was talking about what was it? The wisdom of King Solomon. I'm like, this nigga got it. He got it. No wonder why he became Napoleon Hill. Now these niggas are also, just so you know, what Jesus will call the thieves. Not just Jesus. I would say that too. But they're doing their work. It's not taking away from anything that we're doing. The good thing about this guy, he talks about divinity and all that, you know what I'm saying? But now he's not telling you it's you. I mean, he is in so many words when God is getting ready to bless you and everything, even when it comes to telling you to think and grow, like they're telling you to expand your consciousness, your understanding. Rich dad, poor dad. Excellent book. Don't be stuck in the business versus fucking employee type of bullshit. If you stuck on that, oh man, you have not seen the bigger picture. Because a glimpse of what he's talking about, it's 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 heavily centered in the Christ consciousness. This is why I call these guys thieves. And I understand what Jesus mean by calling these motherfuckers thieves. Because they're not truly telling you. Even the motherfuckers who's telling you about, you know, manifestation. Manifestation has become a material shit. Sad to say. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was birthed in the whole influence era. Guys, do not fall for the okie doke, bro. Do not fall for the okie doke, man. That has been the new shit. Followed it. I looked at it, but following it like not like I become part of it, but following it as far as I've been watching, the birth and how it's changing, how it's taking place, and I'm like, that, prosperity gospel and all that shit. All of that, came out of that influence age that we all in. Nigga, let me tell you, I watched this nigga actually did went viral, and this nigga Ashton some shit, because these niggas are showing, now he's changing the narrative, right? I mean, which is, smart on his end. But anyway, but the bottom line of what I'm trying to say to you is, and you see that shit happen with your coach, the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, trending online and living like fucking. That's the thing. And that shit even started with fucking, what was the MTV shit? How Am I Living? They selling you a dream. And that's the best marketing tool of doing it, because why? Because that's what you want. And because you want it. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm not shitting on nobody's game. You know what I'm saying? But for you to know the truth, though, and this is why, let me say this as a disclaimer. Like, fuck these niggas. I'm not attacking them. This is what I meant by fuck them, right? I don't even give a fuck. But you must know, because what you don't know always gets you, baby. What you don't know always gets you. Hmm. And that goes to show you too. And here we are living, going back to what I was saying. Oh, that's gonna be for a short too. I'm not gonna talk about that. But anyway, mm, yeah, yeah. It's like, because I was working on that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you have to become a trafficker of information. You understand what I'm saying? Because your life depends so much on it. Like, and I'm trying to get you to see it, and this is how I'm reflecting the mirror to you. When you say, okay, such and such don't know certain things, what they know, how they were raised, but this is all what? Teaching moments, learning experiences. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like for me, fortunately for me, the people I was raised with, because they were not my true family, but they claimed to be that, because they wanted to steal my fucking inheritance. But anyway, neither here and there. Man, I mean, it's a celebration. I'm celebrating them. They have no idea. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, right? Knowledge is vital here, bro. In fact, I do have a recording where I already talked about this. I just didn't approach it the way I'm approaching it now. What did I say? I don't know. I don't recall the title of that, but I had it years, damn, a couple of years now. Okay. Hey, we're working. And this is why, too, man. Oh, man, so much to talk about. Anyway, now going back to what I was talking about before in terms of um, you becoming a trafficker of information, there's no other way out. Not only you are required to get knowledge, but you must become wise. This is why, for me, like, do you want to sound smart or do you want to be smart? Because I understood that I didn't want to sound smart, because sounding smart in itself is stupid. That in itself is like dumb in itself. So you mean to tell me you got the opportunity of being the real thing or the fake thing? You chose to be the fake thing? Wow. That's why I really don't get it. Even with the whole, like, I love, okay, well, everybody's going off on Dr. Cheyenne right now, right? But the lady told her, hey, like, would it be too much for you to just drop doctor? You know what I'm saying? Would that just be too much? Hell no. I mean, in her mind, hell yeah. That's what I meant to say. Hell yeah. The hell now I was talking about was me. Like, what the fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? And that goes to show you too, man. And of course, when you, like I said, being smart is not the same as sounding smart. Because the person who's truly being smart, man, listen, you know what it takes. You know you being in that, in the training camp. hmm So how you sound, and in fact, the smart people, like the smarter you are, you sound a little bit different too. And not to say controversial. I mean, hey, it's a big part of it too, because you don't see things the way other people see things. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You can't think critically without you becoming critical. So it's not a thing to be smart, bro. It's your duty to be smart. Let me rephrase that. It's not a reward to be smart. It's your fucking duty to be smart. The fuck did you want to be stupid? Huh? Tell me. Please. Educated me. You must become a trafficker of information. And by becoming a trafficker of information, not just trafficking information in its sense, I mean, that's what we're all doing any fucking. What do you think I'm doing here? This is me trafficking information to your motherfucking black ass, white ass, Asian ass, whoever the fuck. And it's always the best information. So, man, listen, man. Anyway, anyway, I just wanted to leave you with this. Almost an hour. We're gonna keep it under that, okay? With the fact that you have to become a trafficker of information. And being smart has absolutely nothing to do with some sort of a status. It's your divine inheritance. That's coming up shortly. And before I let you go, if Everything I just told you didn't mean nothing. Just know, in this channel here, we are abundant, nigga. If that was nothing, or if that was everything, I got more for you, nigga. Always remember, for you to be great at anything, you gotta love it, man. If you don't love it, you ain't gonna be great at nothing, nigga. Yeah, I'll probably take it a step further. Man, it's gonna get to a point where love has nothing to do with it, bro. Really? I mean, yo, you become great at something when really love ain't got nothing to do with it. Like it's just you. But anyway, you know, take that with you. But anyway, hey, if you're not real with your own self, you're always gonna be false to somebody else. That's what you see with niggas who's gay who don't want to admit it. You see the gay nigga who admit he's gay? Nobody bothers them. Who's going after Orlando, whatever the fuck this nigga is? Nigga, I was telling you, P Diddy's ass. Ooh, P Diddy. Oh my God. You live your truth, bro. Listen, man. That's what it's gonna be. You understand what I'm saying? When you fake to yourself, you'll never be true to nobody else, man. Never ever. So listen, those are gold, man. If anybody asks you who gave them to you, you know what I'm saying? That's none of their business. You keep that with you in your pocket. And before you cross the street, man, you know what I'm saying? And I strongly suggest you ain't trying to cross no fucking highway, are you? Same principle goes. Make sure you look up and down before you cross the street. You know what I'm saying? So, man, last but not least, I mean, there's a few other ones that I could drop in there, but for me, those, not just for me, but for you, man, listen, those all, listen, I'm serving you. Trust and believe. But anyway, I mean, it speaks for itself too. But you're gonna need to wake up to it. It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing personal here. I'm already compensated. I told you niggas that shit, man. My compensation is this shit. Mm. Th- This is what you'll need to take with you because you're gonna need that one. The remedy of the pain is in the pain. And also know too, man, you cannot escape pain. There's no growth without pain. To live is to suffer. To survive, my man already well, actually, that I don't think it came from him, but anyway, that was his shout out to the dog, man. Woof, woof. Because, like I always tell people, man, listen, man, I know the dog that you know what I'm saying, he fuck with. And that's the same dog I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's all good, though. But the dog that I know, the dog that he also knows too, you're gonna see the relationship in terms of the light being your heart being as light as a feather. You're gonna understand what ma'at is, nigga. But anyway, neither near and there. I tuck some shit in between. With all of that being said, man, love is love. You know what I'm saying? To my haters. To my haters. Listen, man, I hope I didn't listen, I couldn't let you down. Because if I didn't keep growing, how would you wouldn't keep hating on me, right? And if you didn't keep hating on me, you wouldn't have a life. Well, you really don't have a life. It's actually my life, but since you make it in your life, I say thank you to you. I am grateful for having you in my life. And with all that being said, man, as you already know, I shit. You know what I'm saying? Let him know, man. You know what I'm saying? You can never stop this nigga. Hmm.